So it's finally November, and it marks the 1 year that I've started my photo video business, specifically in real estate. And so I thought I'd talk about what I've learned along the way and things I'm looking forward to next year and could possibly help someone like you in case you're starting something like this soon. So let's get into it right now. So I was gonna do this whole video cruising around like I've done a couple. I just wanted to get out of the office, but a really cool package just came in that I'm excited to share with you guys. And it's crazy windy. I don't know if you could hear it in the first take, but I don't want the whole video to potentially be ruined just because it's windy. So back to the office. Just got these in, more on these later. Okay, so first off, these are all experience-based. They're not factual, they're not like you have to do this and this if you're starting your own photo video business. This is just based on my experience and what this year has been like, and I think some of this information I would have loved to have known before I started, so hopefully it can help out some of y'all. First, let's talk about taxes, because that's probably the biggest one, and I learned it the hard way. Again, especially about taxes, this is just what I've learned, what I'm gonna be doing, and what I feel like I made the mistake of doing. So, this is not financial advice. I didn't save for taxes or make any quarterly tax payments. So a little bit of backstory, I was a salary on-staff real estate photographer up until 2021, then I went on my own to be a freelancer, and then all of this year, I've been kind of operating as a business, an LLC photo media business in the real estate space. So the whole year that I was freelancing, I didn't think about taxes. I was just like, I need to make a living, need to provide for my family, and I'll figure it out later. Well, later came and it hit me pretty hard. I ended up with a $10,000 plus tax bill. Not gonna give you exact numbers, but you get the idea. And that was even after multiple write-offs and everything I can think of. So good news, it was great because I did make more than I even thought to make that year, but I didn't save for it like I should have, and that's what really got me because I was not prepared to pay a bill like that. So if you're a freelancer or a contractor, just make sure to save part of that money for taxes. Whether that's in a separate account, in your savings, just account for it, have it in the back of your mind. And I hear different things everywhere. You have to save 20%, 30%, 50% to be safe. So just do your own research, but save something. And the second thing that I didn't do was pay quarterly tax payments. So I didn't make that mistake this year, especially because after doing this process, I got in touch with a CPA and they gave me a lot of information and they'll be handling that for me. I just have to provide the information. But I feel like that's better in the long run because I just want things to be done correctly and I don't screw around with taxes. Next up, reviews, specifically Google reviews, can help out your new business a lot. So every time we get a new client, I'm like, hey, where did you hear about us? Just trying to find out how they got in touch with my business. And half the time it's either a referral in some way or they found us on Google, which is really surprising because we're a brand new business. My business is called Pro Real Media. And the thing that I really think helps is that we have multiple 5-star reviews. So whenever we do a job for a new client and it goes well, I'll send them a link and say, hey, if you have a few minutes, please fill this out. This could really help out my new business and I would really appreciate it. And it goes a long way, especially because for my new business to be ranking with other ones that have been established for a long time, but maybe have a lower rating, that's the only thing I can think of that's helping. So having 5-star reviews really validates that you're an actual business and client experiences instead of just having the most amazing website, because I spent a lot of time on our website, but it doesn't matter if no one really knows what the experience has been like. They might just be hesitant and be like, well, is this real or what? And so having those types of reviews help out a lot. Next up, this might be one that a lot of photographers have a problem with, and that is you should be outsourcing your editing. Again, this is about running a business, not just being a freelance photographer or doing work on your own. I'm talking about trying to scale something bigger than myself, and I came to a point last year where when I was just freelancing, I maxed out really quick, especially because I was really focused on luxury type of listings and pretty much only doing those, which means there's a lot more work with it. And spoiler alert, that is not the way to actually make the most money in this business. That's literally the only option. If you're trying to take on more work, you can only shoot more, but you're gonna be limited by editing. And so the only way to do that is to outsource that. And there's multiple ways to do it, because I feel like people just think if you outsource your editing, it's gonna look bad, it's not gonna be how you do it, and you're gonna lose clients over it. People are gonna say this isn't your work. That's not the case at all. And if anything, outsourcing our editing has actually made our photography better, in my opinion. Our clients love it more than they did before. There's companies out there like Photo Up or other ones overseas that actually specialize in real estate photo editing and other services, or you could just hire someone personally, whether that's another editor you know or someone you see on social media, get in touch with them, show them how you edit photos, and just do that. And I've done multiple ways. It's not like I just went with the first route. I had first hired my sister. She was currently between colleges and wanted some extra income. And I was like, hey, I think you can edit real estate photos, taught her how to do it. And that worked for, the meantime, no problem. So if you're trying to take on more work and trying to get editing off your plate so you can shoot more and not just be drowning in editing, outsource it. And trust me, I'm pretty sure you'll be really thankful about it looking back when you have more business and time to shoot and just more time for yourself. Next up, you should focus more on customer service. And what I mean is not focus so much on editing, creativity, things like that. And if you're already trying to become a photo video business with clients, you're probably doing your stuff right. Your clients probably love the work that you do. I'm not saying forget about it, don't care about quality. All that stuff is really important, but try and figure out how you can make processes easier for them, whether that's different CRMs, how you email them, there's process from start to finish. How can you just make it easier for the client? And that's one of the things I really focus on a lot, especially right now where I'm testing out new programs, like how we deliver the stuff, different things we can offer. And then if I have a close relationship with that realtor, I'll say, hey, what was this experience like? Did you enjoy it from start to finish? Do you have any feedback? Please let me know. And half the time they'll be like, oh, it's great, this was good. Maybe if you had something like this, or did you see that this other company does that? And that's good feedback. And then I'll kind of look into it, go from there. And another bonus tip, try and respond and communicate as fast as you can. I feel like nowadays people are, I don't know if it's lazier or just the bar is getting lower, where I feel like it takes sometimes businesses or other people to respond like days later for either a quote or an inquiry or something. So if you can respond really fast, like the second you get that email or that text or call or whatever, usually when I respond, they're like, wow, thanks for responding so quickly. And it's just another step to make you and your business stand out. And another thing I've been doing along with trying to make customer service better is learn about other businesses and how those are run and see how I can implement those things into mine. But I'm talking about just actually businesses outside of this field. For example, my mother-in-law's boyfriend owns a successful transportation business here in Houston, and I'm always picking his brain. Or maybe if I have a new idea, I might be like, hey, what do you think about this or that? Or what are your margins like? Or how do your drivers get their splits? Just anything, even if it has nothing to do with my business, I might be able to learn something out of it, and it can just help me in the long run. But before we get into the last major tip, let me tell you about cuts. Okay, so I'll be 100% honest. This video is sponsored by Cuts, but this is the easiest integration I've ever done because I wear Cuts all the time. Before these guys reached out, I was already wearing Cuts, and I'll show you some past videos because I do wear it all the time. I seriously love them. So for me, packaging is a big deal. Love that, all the custom branding. I seriously love all the attention to detail like the X on the side of it here. And let's just go ahead and throw this on. That's better. One of the things that I love about these shirts, and it's not just all hype, trust me. I was looking for some new shirts that would fit better and that would be better for client videos when it's super hot and sweaty out, and these have been incredible for that. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if any of you have this problem, but every time I get my t-shirts out of the dryer, the collar is totally wrinkled, but these have never had that problem. So they retain the shape really, really well. And looks like we got some joggers. Awesome, got a whole new outfit. So if you're interested in checking out Cuts, you can check that link in the description, and it will also save you 15% off your purchase. Plus you'll be supporting me and my channel because I do get a small kickback from any purchase that is made. So thanks so much to Cuts for sponsoring this video. Now back to it. And the last most important thing I've learned this year that might be kind of hard for other people to think about is The only way to grow is if you bring on more people. Like editing, you can only do so much if it's just you. The next move is just gonna be to bring on more people to help you with you and your business. And for me, I've taken a big step where I've actually now had a photographer working with my business for a little while now, and it's been great. It's the only way to keep up with more volume, free up more time, and one of the things that I learned very quickly on is in this field particularly, it is really easy to get stuck working in your business instead of working on your business. Think about it. We end up doing everything. Marketing, social media, editing, shooting, delivering photos, invoicing. You know, you wear all these hats and you just give a little bit of time to each thing versus hiring the right people to help you with just specific needs. And that's honestly the way to go. Especially again, if you're trying to do a more of a business route. If you're a freelancer and you want to stay at that, handle everything, that's great. But this is probably the only way to grow, to expand and do more volume and still take really great care of your clients. And I also want to point out that it doesn't mean that I stopped shooting or I'm not shooting anymore. Just having, again, that help to free up more time and focus on other things like running the business, how to grow it and do better things in it is why I started bringing on another photographer. And it's been great. The feedback that I've gotten from other clients that have used them has been awesome. And so that's awesome for your business. So that's it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you guys to be part of the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you're interested in cuts, trust me, you won't regret it. Check it out below. See ya.